Hello everybody, hope you're well. A rainy afternoon, so that means I'm confined to barracks, but that's fine. I'm sure we'll get out in the next couple of days. On Monday I introduced you to Dominant Eye and Pinprick Aim and followed up on the introduction that I'd given to that while we were doing putting. So I hope you've all identified what your dominant eye is. So normally right-handers are right eye dominant, left-handers are left eye dominant, but sometimes people are just cross-wired a little bit. It is helpful to know what your dominant eye is, and when you are looking from behind the ball towards your target, it might be worthwhile just using your dominant eye and just allowing yourself to identify your specific target, which is your pinprick. Okay, I'd like to do a little bit more on pinprick. It doesn't work for everybody, so I'd sort of like you to just test it out a little bit. So a couple of drills that you could do. One would be to make a sort of grid or a ladder over with probably 3 foot, a yard between each sort of line in the grid, maybe five zones, about a yard apart, and you can either putt or chip, and the objective would be to stop the ball in the first box before you move on to the second box, before you move on to the third box, before you move on to the fourth box, and just see how many shots or putts you need to make so it might take, you might get the first putt because it'll be maybe 3-4 yards away from you, and as you get further away it might become more difficult, so you might have to have 2 or 3 attempts at some of the other boxes. So it'd be interesting just to see if you can do that, if you've got the opportunity to do that, and see how many shots you need to make to get into the 5 boxes. If you do it in a shot for each and do it in 5, then fantastic. I would expect that in certain boxes you might start to find it a little bit more difficult. What I've found in the past doing that drill is when people are aiming at the box with the rungs of the ladder a yard apart, they've got quite a large area to aim at, and sometimes they don't perform that well. Then by putting a tee and maybe even a ball on the tee in the middle of each of those boxes, and then focusing on that, it's surprising how that concentrates the mind, sharpens the focus, and the performance tends to be better. Okay, so that's a drill that you can use. The other thing you can do is just practice the pinprick. Just go picking an object and finding the smallest thing within that object you can, and go in real focused, back out, back in, back out, and just practice doing that. And when we get back to the golf course, it'll be surprising how easy it will be for you to pick a branch on a tree or a mark on the ground or whatever. If you do get a chance, I would practice looking at trees if you've got that opportunity, and looking at the tree, looking at a branch, looking at a twig, looking at a leaf, and maybe even finding a gap in the tree, a small window looking through the tree, because that might be the smallest thing that you can see, and that might be on the right line when we're on the golf course. Okay, so practice that, your sort of pinprick aim, and using your eyes to get really in and focused, and back out again, and then in and back out. So focused view, then peripheral view, focused view, peripheral view, and just see what you notice, and and I think for quite a few of you, you'll start to lose a lot of the pictures round about you, the blur, but you'll at the same time you'll actually lose the sounds that come with that picture. 100% commitment to focusing on that target, that smallest specific target that you can see, and I'm interested to know what you will notice and what you become aware of. Okay, these things will offer you an opportunity to improve your performance without changing your golf swing. And with dominant eye, that will allow you, once you've got your pinprick target, to then pick your target line much more specifically, and you might find that you end up aiming far more consistently, and you will be standing over the ball thinking, I know where I want this to go, instead of standing over the ball thinking, I'm not sure where I'm going here. I don't want it to go in the trees. I don't want it to go in the bunker. So practice those, and then I've got something that will take things to the next stage for Friday. Okay, take care. The rain's good for the golf course. So, see you soon.